Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And picture of ManEatingWreath's face 3 or 4 years ago.
And welcome to The Shape of Things to Come. No. For any Lost fans out there, we're not talking about the famous Season 4, Episode 10 of Lost. That's a great episode, but we're not talking about that. We're talking, I'm sorry. That was like a really nerdy pull.
Yeah, it's okay. I didn't even understand the reference.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a really nerdy pull.
That's okay.
One of the best episodes of Lost is called The Shape of Things to Come. So, anyways,
was it like a cliffhanger? Did it set up things?
It involved a very, very, very major death of a character, and one of the antagonists became a protagonist.
Well, damn.
Yeah, over the death of said character. That's all.
Sounds like a great episode.
It is a great episode. It's a shocking death, but
Well, anyways, I'm kind of Blue Dragon 5ing it today.
Yes, you are.
No face. I've gained about 20 pounds since that picture was taken.
Oh God.
I apologize if it frightens any of you home viewers. Anyhow, we're here today to talk about The Shape of Things to Come.
Captain America!
Captain America included. We're here today to talk about The Shape of Things to Come at our favorite website, WDWMagic.
Yes, that's right, folks. We are here to kind of pick up the pieces and, there's been a lot of positivity, a lot of goodwill, a lot of kind of mending offenses since the Creator Games kind of went down a couple days ago. And it's unfortunate that the Creator Games had to end. Having said that, I do think, given the circumstances, which obviously I don't want to touch on, anyone who knows the circumstances knows what they are, but given the circumstances, I do think that IDI made the best call just to avoid any further drama or any further hurt feelings to end the season when he did. And in ending the season when he did, he at least allowed us to kind of go out on a bang, go out on a high note, kind of talk about two projects that were really good, the Princess and the Frog project and the Woody's Roundup project. There's no clear winner for the Creator Games Project Infinity, but I don't necessarily think there needs to be. In fact, I think we can kind of take a point away from this and say, like, the winner was everyone. It's a participation award because you all were awesome in that game. I'm gonna give a standing ovation to them, just like Red Letter Media gave a standing ovation to the Star Wars Episode 8 title.
Did you know? Fun fact, off topic, really quick. Episode 7 and Episode 8 make a sentence. Their titles.
The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi.
The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi.
I see that, yeah.
Coincidence? I think not. Anywho, no, just
you like Star Wars. I'm sorry.
Yes. That's okay. Anyhow, just to reiterate what Tiki said, yeah, we're here to... Tiki and I have been in this community for, almost a decade. I think you've been in for a decade.
I mean, not this particular community, like not WDWMagic.
Yeah, exactly. Just the community as a whole, you know what I mean?
Sure. Like the broader spectrum of the community, yeah.
Exactly. Like I joined VF in April 2008.
Oh, you poor soul. I joined Mouse Info in January of 2002, so I've got you beat by about 6 years.
You definitely had me beat there, but I think we're two of the only people still around from that generation.
Yeah, I'd have to check. It's like Mouse Info. If you look at Mouse Info now, I doubt, like, there were a ton of people there. Like, like there were a ton of people there, and now I'm like, it's deserted. It's gone. There's nothing left. Same thing with VF.
The dying breed. Unfortunately, but
fortunately, I think when the pieces have been picked up and all is said and done, I think we have two really, really solid communities left. And it's great because one of them leans more towards the Disney side of things. One of them leans more towards the Disney World side of things. Of course, we have Mice Chat, which is kind of like the last big sort of community for Disneyland peeps. And then, of course, we have WDWMagic, which is what we're going to be focusing on right now.
Exactly. Just to reiterate again, the Creator Games was a good experience. Everything went. I won't explain what happened exactly to those who know what happened. They know. But it was it was great to see that there's still people interested in this kind of community. You know what I mean? This hobby.
Sure.
Like for me, knowing, like for me personally, like this is more of a passion than a hobby. Like it's
This
an
is more
escape.
of a job than a hobby for me, considering the YouTube equivalent and everything like that.
Exactly. And it's like, you just got to think like this. I know it sounds crazy, but like armchair Imagineering has led to some great things.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if I would have ended up at the Disney Family Museum were it not for Armchair Imagineering, because I don't know if I would have still had the spark for Disney.
Exactly. Or nor would I have worked at Disneyland, you know?
Exactly.
So it's just, I don't know. I'm glad to see that it's still around. It's going to do all right. It's the equivalent to The Force Awakens, the way Nostalgia Critic described it. It's like an old friend is saying, I'm still here. I'm going to do well. Everything's going to be okay. It's going to get better from here.
Yeah. Good point.
So I feel with that, we just need to keep moving forward. Some great threads have popped up over the past couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started an open brainstorming thread like I did back in 2008. And then, you know, Red and Space are back on the boards. They're doing their work thread. They're going to release a fifth gate for Walt Disney World, which I'm excited about. It looks like Disney World 1966 is still going on too.
Disney World 1966 is still going on, as well as, from what I know of, I don't know if this is still very active, but I do know that well, it's not as active because it hasn't been posted on since Tuesday, but I actually think I might want to go back and kind of spark it back up again, because the Euro Disney 1985 was a very, very good project that Red was doing with a bunch of different people. And it was a Euro Disneyland in Spain, so it would have had an entirely different flavor to it. So I definitely want to go back and look at that thread. Let's see, I'm just kind of going through all the threads right here. Of course, we still have Pie on My Cake in the one sentence competition. I've never participated in a one sentence competition, so I might just
Neither have I.
Yeah, we should both try our hand at that.
To be honest, I didn't really start being active on these sites until I played in season 13.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's when I kind of really started getting back into it. There was a good, I think 2013 or 14, 2012 was the last time I really was involved.
Right.
And then I kind of took a hiatus and then came back.
Then I'm just kind of highlighting some of the other threads here that look cool. Like you said, the Walt Disney World 1966 is still going strong. I definitely want to take a look at that. I haven't been following that as much as I could be.
Yeah, it's great. It's really special. Like that's it reminds me so much of the good old days. There's a new user. I don't know if he's new or old. His name's Pie on My Cake.
Yeah, Pie on My Cake, he's relatively new, but he's definitely taken an active interest in this board for sure.
Him and KMBMW777.
Yeah, no, they're both great.
I'm really enjoying the stuff that's coming out, you know, of their ideas. I'm actually looking at the Kansas Disneyland thread as we speak.
Yeah, Pie on My Cake to Kansas Disneyland. KMB actually just made a new Nintendo Cinematic Universe thread.
Oh, I can't wait to check that out.
I need to jump in there immediately and start brainstorming with you guys on that, because I have just a sick, like a physically, like medically sick number of ideas for the Nintendo Cinematic Universe. So, and then lastly, you have your open brainstorming thread as well.
I do, and of course, there's my ongoing final draft of my Dream Resort, which,
of course,
I'll be honest with you guys, it's done, but the posts take me so long to post. They take so long to post. I'm almost considering just putting it all in a Google Docs document, posting the link saying, "Here you go, bye."
I wouldn't be down for it. I wouldn't be down for it.
I might just do that because honestly, it takes me so freaking long. Like,
also, I really like this. I really like this concept for a thread that Space just posted. Basically, it's a new addition to the Imagineering weekends. It's Fear Factor, and
I saw that too.
Yeah, what it is it's like brainstorm Disney concepts that would make Disney parks scream.
Yes.
Hence the fear factor. So I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I'll look into that.
As do I. But anyhow.
Okay, so there's all the things that you could be looking at, and we very much encourage you guys throughout, especially the month of February, while things are kind of dying down, we're in between competitions, to very much jump on those threads and kind of like, reinvigorate the community that way, because I really do think that those threads are some of the most important things on the board, for sure, just in terms of generating activity, generating interest, generating new members. But ManEatingWreath, we are here to talk about something else. We are here to talk about something coming up. Coming maybe maybe coming up in March, maybe ending around May. What is that? What is that, ManEatingWreath?
I mean, it's something that's been around. Oh, geez, I don't know how many years it's been around. It's
over
not
10.
Over 10 years. Wow.
Oh yeah.
So it's not a child actor. It's not. It's not Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters at Disneyland Paris. Sorry, Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast at Disneyland Paris. It's not Star Tours. The Adventures Continue.
It's not Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage.
Oh heck no! Hey, remember when we rode that and we had an entire sub to ourselves?
Yes, and then you and I were both like incredibly uncomfortable throughout the whole thing.
I was dying. I was gonna throw up because
I know.
It was so stuffy in there, and like I looked behind. I made the mistake of looking behind me at the double-sided windows, and I got all disorientated because there's two things going on.
I did that too, and I actually thought that was kind of cool and trippy, but whatever.
That's what made me nauseous. I was like, oh, God. But we are here to announce a return. A really big return, actually.
Yep.
Not a tax return. Not the return of the Jedi.
Not even the return of the king.
We are here to talk about the return of
the Caped Crusaders, the animated Batman movie that aped the '60s series. No, we're talking about the return of So You Want to Be an Imagineer proper, with So You Want to Be an Imagineer Season 14 Greatest Hits. That's right. That is going to be.
Sorry, got a little carried away in the magic.
Yeah, that is going to be the newest competition on WDWMagic. Like I said, we're wanting to take about a month off to kind of pick up the pieces, make sure the open brainstorming side of things is running smoothly.
And just get things going again. Like,
and also mend fences, mend fences, get everyone on the same page again.
Exactly. I know our initial plan for the year, for 2017, was to make this the greatest year in the forum.
Yeah,
that was the initial plan, and I think we really need to just get back on track, keep moving forward, and just bring So You Want to Be an Imagineer to WDWMagic in a new way. In a new way, but an old way. Because if you don't remember, we initially had planned to release this season in this month. But
then things got crowded.
It got a little crowded. Creator Games came out around the same time, was announced at the same time. There's more interest, and that's fine. Like everything works out for a reason.
I also felt there was a little bit of a stigma with So You Want to Be an Imagineer that I don't think is going to be there now, since enough time has passed. But keep in mind, season 13 was a very strategy heavy season, and season 14 is not going to be strategy heavy at all.
No, we are. If you don't remember, if you're new to this, season 14 is going to focus on the greatest projects from the first 13 seasons. And this includes the seasons of when the game was over at Vision's Fantastic. So
technically it's the first 12.
First 12, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
The plan is to reintroduce the game that we knew at Vision's Fantastic to this community. This is technically a good way to bring the game into a new light, to reintroduce it to a new generation of contestants, and just to put it back on track,
For sure, for sure.
It's been a couple years since it was it was in its glory, in its glory days, I should say.
I mean, I definitely think season 13 was
it was a success.
It was a success for sure. It's just I feel like some of that some of the murder mystery stuff, well, we personally really liked it, and I think the murder mystery stuff turned out well for what you and I were trying to do with it. It definitely, like, the strategy elements kind of rub people the wrong way, and especially the situation with Space Mountain kind of getting screwed over the way he did.
Yeah.
We can kind of guarantee that kind of stuff is not going to happen.
Not
As a matter of fact, like, we are going to be giving the PO MVPs and not the players. So we're not going to run into a situation where the person who very clearly deserves a PO MVP doesn't get the PO MVP and then in fact gets voted out. Neither of us like to see that go down last season, and we are going to take steps to remedy that in the mechanics of the gameplay this season.
Exactly. We're going back to the basics.
And speaking of going back to basics and different mechanics, ManEatingWreath, I think probably the most exciting thing to announce with this format is...
I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm so excited.
Go ahead.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
Plot twist, I was actually farting.
Nice.
I'm just kidding. I was rubbing my hands together. Anyways, I am ready. You want to announce it? Do you want me to announce it?
No, by all means, go ahead.
Who goes first? Who talks first? You talk first? I talk first? Sorry, Star Wars reference. We are going to go back to the way things were at Vision's Fantastic. We're not changing WDWMagic to the color purple. We are. If you don't understand the reference, just look up Vision's Fantastic.
I'm kind of wearing, I didn't even realize it, but I'm wearing VF purple today, so that fits.
You can't really see me, but I'm wearing a flannel. I'm also wearing my Star Wars sheets. But anyhow, we are going back to public brainstorming threads.
Yes.
The best aspect of So You Want to Be an Imagineer in its original state was the brainstorming was public. Anyone and everyone could see it. It wasn't over PM, so you're not going to get constant alerts and have to worry about catching up. You will have to worry about catching up if it's busy, but you're going to be able to see everything. The other team's going to be able to see your work too. And I know that sounds weird, but it is actually a great element. It adds, it adds a whole entire element to the game that just hasn't really been present in a while.
I mean, first of all, I definitely think from a spectator's point of view, it makes things a lot better. So if you aren't playing the game, you can still
you can follow.
Yeah, for sure. And you can follow intimately the progress. Whereas, and not have to rely on me kind of sloppily going through the progress on the podcasts.
Exactly.
It's all going to be up there. It's all going to be public domain.
Exactly. If it's a Disney project, then they own it. But it's gonna be fun. There's really no other way like it. You get to watch this. You get to watch the team succeed. You get to watch them grow. You get to watch them figure out a project. Now, just in terms of what you addressed of how the other team will get to see your work, and that might be something that people are just really not comfortable with. I actually think that kind of dynamic encourages people to step it up. You know what I mean? If they see a team that's really kicking ass, then they can kind of step it up. I also think it's a valuable tool to that. It makes it virtually impossible to have repeats of the same theme. That's the other thing. If one team does a simulator and the other team does Toy Story Mania type, it's not right. It adds difference. It just adds color, I should say. That's a good way to put it. It adds color and variation to the season.
Sure.
So I'm stoked about it. It's something I wish happened with the last season, but I understand it's a different time. But going back in time, we're going back to the basics of season 14. We're revisiting our favorite projects. We're revisiting the old format. We're eliminating strategy, basically. There's going to be no way possible that you get screwed over. Not you, Tiki. I mean, the contestants. Yes. So let's see what else. So we're going to do public brainstorming. And we teased in the last podcast we did about this season. We teased, I believe, 2 projects. We teased the first project was a Toontown, where, well, I'm not saying what the order of the projects is, but the first project we teased was a Toontown, where you could use not just Disney IPs, but Warner Brothers and
Max
Fleischer and Universal and Hanna-Barbera and 4Kids Network. I'm just kidding. Basically,
I think that's probably more Universal's territory.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Nowadays it is.
Nowadays, yes.
We want. This is actually a project from season 8, one of the best ever. Basically, the point of the Toontown project is to create a Toontown like the Toontown in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Exactly.
So there's no way, like you could have.
There's absolutely going to be no rule in terms of like, oh, this person wouldn't be owned by Disney, so therefore it's wrong. No, it's all about the creativity in this.
Exactly. You could have an animatronic Bugs Bunny right next to an animatronic Mickey. You could have animatronic Porky Pig next to an animatronic Ash Ketchum. The possibilities are limitless.
Ash Ketchum is like trying to catch Porky Pig and enslave him as a Pokemon.
All right, Grumpig. And then we also talked a bit about Legend of the Lost Legend, which is creating
Legend of the Lost Army.
Legend of the Lost Army. I don't know why I said Legend. I guess it has a nice ring. Legend of the Lost Legend is actually a kid's book.
Is it really?
I think so. I think it's a Bailey School Kids book or something.
Okay.
I don't know. So Legend of the Lost Army was a great project from one of the earlier seasons where
it was from season 1, yeah.
Yeah, season 1. A user, I forget the name.
It was Disney Lover Forever. No, wait. It was Disney Freak. Disney Freak 59.
Yeah.
Disney Freak.
They had a Shadow the Hedgehog avatar. It was an e-ticket for the China Pavilion and World Showcase, where they discovered like the mysteries of the terracotta soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, we're going to be revisiting that project, but you are to create a mythology-based e-ticket for Epcot's World Showcase. That project,
for
any country, exactly.
Yeah.
Germany, Japan, Canada, Norway, any of them. I'm excited for that one. Well,
I am too. A lot of possibilities there.
So we're going to announce today 3 more projects. No, sorry, just 2, right? Yeah, just 2 more projects.
I thought we were doing 3.
We are doing 3. You're right. I'm looking at our notes. We're doing 3. So would you like to announce the first of the 3?
Yeah, sure.
Go on ahead.
So, folks, Broadway has really come back in a big bad way this year, right? With Hamilton, everyone's talking about Hamilton. It's one of those things like either you're obsessed with Hamilton or you know someone who's obsessed with Hamilton and you're sick of hearing about it. Either way, Hamilton is pretty much in everyone's, in everyone's line of sight in some way or another. So what we're going to do with that is one of the best projects of So You Want to Be an Imagineer was a project called Little Broadway, which essentially what they did was they retrofitted Hollywoodland at California Adventure into a Broadway area. Now, ManEatingWreath, I think we're going to have to change this particular element of it around because Hollywoodland is Marvel. I mean, that's just an inevitability at that point.
There's always American waterfront at Tokyo Disney Sea.
No,
I'm just kidding.
It's not happening. It's Marvel. It's all Marvel. Every single show building in that land in the next 10 years will be transformed into Marvel. I guarantee it.
Oh, I thought we were talking about relocating this project.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We are talking about reloading because the original project took place in DCA, and DCA is just like there's no way they're going to have land in their Hollywood land now.
No. So we might have to visit, Hollywood Studios, Walt Disney Studios.
Like Hollywood Studios would be more appropriate for Broadway since it's on the East Coast anyways.
Oh, absolutely. So the Great Broadway Ride.
Mm-hmm. So essentially what Great Broadway Ride is it's a celebration of all the wonderful Broadway shows of the past and present. And your only requirements are that you have to, last time the requirement was to do a show scene based on Rent and a show scene based on Wicked. This time we're switching it up. We're requiring you to do a show scene based on the beloved musical comedy extravaganza, The Book of Mormon, and also
Book of Mormon. Yes,
and also the pop culture smash hit Hamilton. So
absolutely. It's basically the Great Movie Ride, but instead of movies,
It's musicals.
pretty much.
A musical theory. Just kidding. No, I
I would
remember
not be
we did.
surprised if that channel starts in the next year. Don't give him any more
Oh,
ideas.
trust me, I have plenty of musical theories, but we'll delve into that.
I do
another day.
too. I do too.
Let's see. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, I actually participated in the Great Broadway Ride the time we did it.
hmm
It was actually mostly Monkey and or Rob. It was mostly the two of us actually designing it.
But then didn't Imagineer 2017 design the layout, or someone designed the website?
I believe he designed a website for it.
Which is a really good website.
it was. I don't think it's around anymore.
I don't think so either, which is a shame.
Well, look, let me look.
Don't look right now. Don't look right now.
I know.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
It was just a great project, and I'm excited to see what the next generation does with it.
Okay.
But second project.
So this is a running tradition for WDWMagic right now, and I feel like it would fit right in. So we've seen a couple projects that are based on terrible movies or terrible IPs over the years. Of course,
Yes.
I infamously designed a Beverly Hills Chihuahua ride in Tomorrowland to replace Autopia, and then War of the Wolf, and then just recently, Team Drax was forced to design a River Country expansion with Dog with a blog as the main selling point. So much in the same spirit of that. Now, Garrett, do you want to explain Blue Sky Project really quick?
So back in the day, I believe it was season 7.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
We decided, hey, screw it. We don't have to give them an assignment all the time. Blue Sky Projects, they could do whatever they want. They bring it to us. It could be not too small, not too big, whatever they want. So Blue Sky Projects, you basically do, like I said, whatever you want.
And so I took that blue sky concept to the absolute extreme, and I designed a theme park based on the beloved Tommy Wiseau classic of cinema, The Room.
You're tearing me apart, Tiki.
But it was on the moon. The theme park was on the moon. It was written, and it was written as Tommy Wiseau, like laying out this proposal with like all the sincere childhood enthusiasm that we know and love about Tommy Wiseau.
Exactly. It was beautiful. We want you guys to do that too.
Pretty much.
We'll be revisiting that.
Yeah, the requirement is pick any terrible movie you want and make an e-ticket about it.
There are plenty of terrible movies. Let's see. There's Cinderella 2, Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time. Troll 2.
I've actually heard that one's one of the good ones in terms of sequels.
I was just thinking, okay, Bambi 2. There you go.
I've heard Bambi 2 is not too bad either.
Fox and the Hound 2.
There we go. Fox and the Hound 2 is,
Let's see. Tim Burton's Hansel and Gretel. Troll 2, The Room. The Smurf series. Any of those movies. You can make an e-ticket out of it.
I mean, we're just scratching the surface on this. You know? I mean, there's so many bad movies. Santa Claus versus the Martians.
Santa Claus versus the Snowman.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Claus the movie.
Right.
The Santa Claus 3.
So basically anything with Santa Claus.
Pretty much. No, not the Haunted Mansion movie. That's too easy. Anyhow. So the third project we'll be announcing is another great one, I believe from an earlier season as well.
Season 2. This was the finale of season 2.
It's you were around for that. You should be the one to talk about it.
Yeah, sure. So season 2, we had a judge in season 1, Jag FKB, who came around as a player in season 2, and Jag really kicked ass in season 2. His big competition was Basket Buddy, and Basket Buddy's kind of famous for making it to the end of the game on the first 4 seasons and finally winning in season 4. So he was head-to-head with Basket Buddy in the final project. The final project was very simple. It was just to do design a theatrical show for a Disney movie which has not yet had a theatrical show And he did Sleeping Beauty, the musical, which turned out to be one of the most insanely well-designed and well-detailed and well-thought-out projects we've ever seen. Just between the, between the concept art and the detail and how he had it all laid out, how he had it all scripted out. It was really, the best way I can describe it is it was the first project submitted in So You Want to Be an Imagineer that had a true feeling of professionalism to it. And I use the word professionalism a lot when I review projects like the Princess and the Frog Dark Ride that Blue Dragon 5 and I talked about. That definitely had an air of professionalism about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I definitely think that that Jag Sleeping Beauty project kind of was the start of that, where he was really the first one to really like take the time. Like, yeah, he had a great idea. He had a great concept. He had a great idea. He had a good execution of it, but really what it came down to is that he presented that thing like so professionally. So
yeah, it was. I remember seeing concept art for it and being blown away.
The concept art was amazing,
like the briars and the thorns and everything.
Right. So the task here is to create a Disney theatrical entertainment show, not based on something that's already had a Disney theater show. Now, ManEatingWreath, I feel like that's going to be the challenge, right? Because at this point, so many Disney films have had theatrical adaptations, and there's more coming. I mean, Frozen, we're getting Frozen. We just got stuff like, I heard Pinocchio's coming.
Actually, Pinocchio's been around for a while. It's called My Son Pinocchio.
Which is weird.
I know. Here, there's Little Mermaid, there's Hunchback now, there's Tarzan, there's Aladdin, there's Lion King, there's Beauty and the Beast, there's Frozen, there's Pinocchio now. I think there's even Peter Pan, like for kids. Like there's Peter Pan, there's Jungle Book.
I would even go as far as to say something like Finding Nemo, just because of Finding Nemo the musical.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it's going to be a little tricky.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's films that haven't been adapted. Even Snow White has had a musical.
When did Snow White have a musical?
At Disneyland.
At Disneyland, really?
It did, yeah.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh, shit.
Snow White, an enchanting musical.
Dude. Wow, you just gave me deja vu there.
Right?
I'm like, wow, I remember when people were making a big deal out of the magic mirror and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that same magic mirror still being used for Mickey and the magic mirror, whatever?
No, there's no magical mirror. There's no magic mirror in the show.
Oh, it's a magical map, right?
Yeah, magical map, exactly. There is, this is the show. This is all the movies that they can't do. Aladdin, Alice in Wonderland. Beauty and the Beast. Oh God, Peter Pan. I know you can't. Jungle Book. You can't. Lion King. You can't. There's limited choices.
Tarzan, Hunchback,
mm-hmm.
Frozen.
Basically, Moana. That's it.
No. I do think there are some interesting options if you go down the line. Like Cinderella's never had one yet.
No.
Bambi would actually be really interesting if you did it in the Lion King kind of style. I'm just kind of spitballing ideas here.
But, we'll see what they
come
up with.
One yet?
A what?
A Tangled?
Yes, on the cruise line.
God damn it.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to prove who does research.
Well, you know what? That's why we're announcing it right now, right? Is that I feel like that'll definitely be one of the more research heavy projects.
Absolutely.
I feel like that project, it's going to be one of the ones where you read the project prompt and you're like, oh, that's easy. But then you realize how little you have to work with. It's like, maybe not so easy.
Exactly.
So
I'm excited. I can't wait to see what the season holds. I can't wait to see who plays. I know we have some older contestants who are interested in playing.
Yeah, if we could get one or two veteran players back, that would be amazing. Also,
nerdgasm.
Also, I know a lot of you guys are fans of Blue Dragon 5 for his really good in-depth critique of the projects. Guys, I'm going to do everything in my power to try and convince Blue Dragon 5 to play in the season. Just he would be perfect for it if I can get him to. I really, I am really crossing my fingers that I can convince him. All right, so I guess the only thing left to do is announce the dates. So, like we said, folks, definitely spend most of February, and Garrett and I will be doing the same thing. Just kind of picking up the pieces, participating in the brainstorming. There's going to be a Disney debate in the middle of February that's Valentine's Day themed, so that should be fun. I also want to start doing like text-based Disney debates, so there's a lot of activity on the forum. So by all means, dive into that.
It's gonna be great.
Also, I really feel like you and I maybe should be like diving into other forums in WDW Magic, like Disney.
Oh yeah,
like the Disneyland forum and the TV and movies forum.
We are going into full army recruitment mode here.
Maybe even Reddit and Mice Chat, like you were saying.
I want to see the forum succeed, and I know that with all the work going on and season 14 and everything else, it's going to be excellent.
Excellent.
So,
right,
but
folks.
Again, just to reiterate, Monday, February 20th, signups. Friday, March 3rd, beginning date of So You Want to Be an Imagineer, season 14.
That wasn't reiterating. That was the first time we said it. But
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, total Mandela effect. I thought I heard you say that.
Oh, don't get me started on the Mandela effect, man. No.
Trippy, right?
Yes.
That's weird. I totally remember you saying that.
I might be wrong, but no, yeah. February 20th, folks, is the sign-ups. And then a little before 2 weeks from there, you get about a week and a half to sign up. Hopefully we'll have some people recruited by then as well. And then Friday, March 3rd is the start date for So You Want to Be an Imagineer season 14.
I can't wait.
Hits. Now, folks, we aren't looking for like a giant cast list. We're not looking for 20 people. We're not looking for 18 people. Our goal is 12. We're being very humble about this. Our goal is 12 people. I will take as many as like maybe 15 people. I don't want it to get too big because I don't want it to be a situation where there's too many people in the kitchen or there's one team that's, unbalanced, which is kind of one of the problems we're having with season 13. So I want to have a nice small number for this, and that's kind of my goal. So it'll be more on the exclusive side of things.
Tell your friends, tell your family.
Absolutely.
Get people involved. I can't wait to see what we have. I can't wait to see who shows up. It's going to be great, and I'm really excited about this. I haven't been this excited since season 8.
Okay, folks.
That's saying something. I'm just kidding.
It'll be a good one.
But, alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. I know Space was with us. He posted a few comments in our announcement thread.
Nice.
And we look forward to talking to you guys more often.
Yep.
All right,
guys, and like I said, keep moving forward. Keep up the positivity. I'm really happy to see the positivity return to the board so soon. Keep it up. Support each other. Support each other's threads. Do as much activity as you can on the different brainstorming threads. It all adds up to a better community in the long run. And we will return to kind of have that flagship event that the community is going to be missing in February. So thank you guys for watching. And
I have a farewell song.
Oh, go ahead.
Somewhere beyond the sea.
It's like the ending credits to Finding Nemo.